Huh? Look at him. I couldn't recognize him from back. He's now growing very rapidly with the grace of Allah, and I hope, inshallah, he'll set a new record in his family. Inshallah. Which will not be a very big record anyway. Please.
This is Safiruddin Ahmed.
Yes.
And he says, does it say in the Quran you have to meet an angel in your life?
Yes, it says, if you show steadfastness in the path of Allah, then the angels descend on you as well. Dr. Mujib Sahib's son, huh? Yes.
Bashir Khan asks, yesterday on the news, they were saying how scientists in 4 different countries had tested pieces of the Turin Shroud. All of them said that it was a fake, made in the 13th or 14th century. But the Turin Shroud experts say that the tests were contaminated or it was a conspiracy by the Vatican and other church authorities. What is your view on the authenticity of the Turin Shroud?
The Turin Shrine is authentic. There is no shadow of doubt about it. All said and done, they throw doubt on a piece of evidence which was produced, they agree, many hundred years ago, when camera was not invented. And the image on the Turin Shroud is a negative image. It is not positive image. Now, no artist can draw a negative image of a person, even now when camera has been invented. When the idea was not yet born, how could it have been invented? So, as far as the genuineness of the shroud and the image on it is concerned, there is not a shadow of doubt about it. That is why they sometimes, under the influence of church, hold secret meetings of NASA and publish a rubbish report which is challenged by other scientists, like in this case you have already mentioned. This report is challenged to be incorrect. Because if they know the language of the shroud, as we know, then Christianity is demolished. That is the problem.
Thank you. This is Nasser Shah from Tooting, and he says in the news he saw some people protesting about the slaughtering of the rams and goats. They were saying it was cruel.
It is not cruel. It is the easiest way to put animal out of consciousness and the most rapid way. Hadhrat sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned not only with regard to these sacrifices, but with regard to all animal slaughter, that you must be very kind to them. While Allah has permitted you to slaughter them, you must not forget the humanitarian aspect, and you must be extremely kind to life. That is why dismembering of animals is forbidden unless it is done through slaughtering at the throat. Now what happens is simply this, that if a sharp knife cuts the jugular vein or arteries rapidly, the animal doesn't even feel what is happening to it, because the blood supply to the brain is immediately dropped. And without the blood supply, the center of pain cannot feel anything. But when you stun the animal, then the animal lives for a long time until it is slaughtered. And during that period, he must be suffering hell within his brain. But he cannot speak. People think because he is silent, So he is not suffering from, the animal is not suffering from anything. He is wrong. Scientifically, the Islamic way of slaughtering animals is the best way for the animals themselves. Right? You see, in old system, a lot of time would have been wasted in raising the microphone, raising the children, lowering, and their own mumbling, which I sometimes cannot understand.
This is Mahid Ahmed from Inner Park.
Oh, yes. Mahid, I know now. Eh?
And he asks...
You're a very naughty boy when you want to be, you know? Thank God you're behaving yourself now. Please.
He asks, why can't you see God?
There are so many things you cannot see. Can you see television waves? Radio waves? Can you see them? Can you see radio waves? No? But you believe in them. So God cannot be seen, and yet He can be believed in. All right? Thank you. Back to your chair. Muzaffar is here. Your son came to ask a question? Muzaffar? Yes, sir. Mota bacha, mashallah, huh? What question is this? Mota bacha has to return to the mosque by double to participate in Urdu class. Right?
Okay.
Can you understand him?
It's a tricky question, but I'll try. This is Rizwan from Sutton Jamaat, and he says, my question is that in the Quran it says you can't peel things from your body, so why do women wear earrings?
You can't peel things from your body, so why women wear earrings?
Your question is ununderstandable. Huh? So you better ask your mother who understands your language. Yes, sir? Thank you.
I think, is it pierce?
Yeah, pierce.
It says it's in the Quran it says you can't pierce things in your body.
You can't
You can't pierce them. So why do women wear earrings then? Because that requires piercing.
If they don't want piercing, they can have the other thing, you know, it's put on in a clip, with a clip. But if they want piercing, let them have it. Once done, forever. It's so easy to put something on. Huh? Would you like to have your ear pierced? No?
But it says in the Quran that you should...
Quran?
It says in the Quran that...
What?
It says in the Quran that you can't pierce things in your body.
No. There's nothing in the Quran which prevents you from doing it. Which Quran do you read, by the way? Oh.
Okay, it's an interesting question from Said Ahmed. He says, when the Imam is leading the prayer and an earthquake comes, do the people carry on with their prayer or do they run to save their lives?
When the Imam is leading prayer and an earthquake comes.
Another?
Earthquake.
Acha.
Do the followers stay or do they run for their life?
It depends on the intensity of the earthquake. If the earthquake is very severe, you can't help it. You'll fall back. So I don't understand the philosophy of this question at all. when the earthquake comes,